Energy Airforce aimStrike Let's Play Update 8.
Let's go over the details of your mission. Our intel has identified a cluster of SAM sites east of Dorgon. Gargoyle and Unicorn, your mission is to eliminate the threat posed by these missile sites. Cougar will fly CAP over the area and hopefully keep any enemy intercept flights from reaching you.
Hopefully.
Your launch time is 1100 hours. That's all, and good hunting.
So, you've picked the F-16 UD, which is rather fitting since it's a Block 50 designed for wild weasel operations. I'm going to keep one anti-radiation missile on the pylon, but I don't want to be too unfair to the enemy SAMs, so I'll swap the other one for a JDAM. And this is where I realized that I have only one missile and only one bomb, and I have no clue how many enemies there actually are. I'll go with 3 paved ways for backup, even though it's unclear who might be painting the targets with a laser for us. And now for a highlight of my first attempt at this mission. And one more time. It wasn't everybody push that killed me. Let's do it for real.
Gargoyle, clear to taxi runway 27. Check altimeter, hold short of runway. Gargoyle, clear to taxi.
I'm going to show you a magic trick.
Tower, Gargoyle 1 and 2 for takeoff. Gargoyle, clear for Sierra Hotel departure. Climb and maintain Angels 3. Switch departure 297.6. Gargoyle, clear for takeoff.
Pressing select here does not skip time ahead, it literally teleports you to the runway. The one drop tank I picked gave our fuel gauge not a digit.
Altitude.
Strike, Gargoyle, checking in. We are airborne.
Right, today our Falcon looks slightly different, mainly because of the loadout I picked. I'll show it off after the takeoff chat.
We're predicting a lot of SAMs today. Keep your eyes peeled and watch each other. I hear that, Unicorn. Cougar 1 copies that.
Was that all? Okay, look at the intake. There is a new pod hanging on the right side of our F-16's happy mouth. It is the creatively named HTS pod, which stands for Harm Targeting System. Guess what it helps us do? It shows up only if you carry the AGM-88 Harm, high-speed anti-radiation missile. On the left wing we've got a huge blue bomb, that's our GBU-31 JDAM, Joint Direct Attack Munition. That's an old familiar Mark 84 bomb with a GPS and inertial guidance kit strapped onto it. And the paved ways are our backup. It's impressive how much the US gets out of the Mark 80 bomb series. They've got the basic shape right, and now removable kits allow you to turn one into retarded snake eyes, laser-guided paveways, JDAMs, and who knows what else. I think the Air Force's optically guided hobos was a Mark 80 as well. The Harm missile is our present for a lucky enemy raider. It's a missile that combines the inertial guidance of the AGM-78 standard arm with the compact size of the AGM-45 Shrike. It's slightly larger than the Shrike, but still not obscenely huge. The call for firing this thing is Magnum, not used in the game. A harm will guide at absolutely any radar it can sniff out. You know, the B-52G bombers have a remotely controlled rear turret with a search radar. On the very first night of Operation Desert Storm, Nova's crew of a Wild Weasel Phantom and F-4G got spooked by the turret radar of the superfortress they were supposed to cover.
Gargoyle flight, we show you at waypoint 1. Target is at bearing 270.
Copy on the course adjustment, Starburst.
They thought it was an Iraqi air defense artillery radar looking for them. So they panicked a little. And they fired a harm. The missile did exactly what it was designed to do and homed in on the tailgun's radar.
Unicorn flight, we show you at waypoint 1.
Starburst, roger that.
Cougar flight, we show you at waypoint 1.
Cougar 1.
Luckily, harm was not made to kill airplanes, so when it detonated, the bomber was not damaged that badly.
Man, it's tough running a search out here. You'll needle in a haystack. Just be careful you don't get stuck, Arlo, too. Tell me about it.
What does this dialogue even mean? Anyway, the missile did tear off the turret, and the offending radar, and the rear electronics compartment, and the drag chute, but the rest of the plane was only lightly shredded. They had to abort the mission and land in Saudi Arabia for repairs. Shortly after that, the bomber got its new nickname, In Harm's Way, painted onto its nose alongside a stylized picture of a missile. And this leads us nicely to one of the problems all anti-radar operations in Iraq had to deal with. A lot of Iraqi raiders were of American origin. So all uses of harms had to be tightly coordinated. If you were sending planes to take out the air defenses around some enemy base, you had to make absolutely sure that no Allied raiders were active in the area at this time, otherwise friendly fire was extremely likely. In such conditions, sometimes it might be easier and faster not to use harms and make do with general-purpose bombs. Oh yes, here's me getting bored and practicing aileron rolls. After all, this is the second time I'm doing this stretch of the mission. Good. The recorded video of both attempts clocks at about 45 minutes.
Unicorn 1 is on station now. Jackman, can we get a target update?
Unicorn flight, we show you at waypoint 2. Cougar flight, we show you at waypoint 2.
Cougar 1.
Gargoyle flight, we show you at waypoint 2. Target is at bearing 240.
You copy the position, Starburst.
Press this bandit, you are weapons free.
Time to get the show on the road, guys. Uniform flight, master arm is on. Gargoyle flight, master arm is on. Gargoyle 2 is on station. This can't be that hard. Cougar flight has reached duty station. Starting our sweep now. Take out some fulcrums for us, guys. Affirmative. See you back at base.
Well, that was a fine mess of overlapping dialogue. The left display is supposed to show us enemy radar activity, of which there is none. And there is nothing on the ground radar too. I should have packed an AMRAAM too. I can't access the air-to-air radar mode otherwise. Perhaps the one unused button on the controller could have been used for radar toggle.
Gargoyle flight, Mud 13. Possible group in the air.
Copy your 2 groups, Jackknife. We tally them. Looks like Havocs and Gophers.
Here's the silly part. MUD is the call for a ground-based ping on the radar warning receiver. The voices want us to believe those are SA-13 Gophers there. The Gopher does not even have a radar. What we actually fly into are the SA-19 Grisons, which have radars but use heat-seeking missiles. And guns. And the best part is their radars are still off, so I can't use a harm against them. It's a good thing I brought a JDAM. Now, for the other part of the welcoming committee, the Mi-28 Havoc helicopter. Helicopters in this game are crafty bastards. They usually lie in wait very low on the ground and are considered ground targets, which can be spotted using the ground radar mode and attacked with Mavericks.
Gargoyle 1, Mud 19. You are 12 o'clock.
But then they rise and turn into air targets, which have to be killed with AMRAAMs and Sidewinders and can be locked onto with your air radar. This basically means you can't snipe helicopters at long range with AMRAAMs because they don't get a lock. And here comes the release.
Gargoyle flight, we show you at waypoint 3.
I could have used the harm now that their radar is live, but let's wait for the bomb to hit.
Jackknife to Unicorn, Mud 13 and APCs. You're 10 o'clock, 8 miles, red and clear.
Uniform copies hostile. Uniform plate first and able. Master arm on. Uniform 1 defending. 1 o'clock.
Gargoyle, 2 ground contacts, 1 Mud 13 and some APCs.
Gargoyle 1, their third target. Leave them to us. Multiple launch flashes. Man, it's like Christmas down there.
Gargoyle 2 to Jackknife. Side is clean. Hostiles dead.
Our scopes are clear as well. Good work. Proceed to next station.
Starburst new contact, single group, ref spark 310, 15 miles, hit 14, declared.
Cougar 1, Starburst. Your group, Rep Spartan 310, 15 miles, 14,000. Fulcrum, hostile.
Stay with me, Cougar 2.
Getting close to choppers in this game is dangerous, as I demonstrated earlier. They are armed with really crappy short-range heat-seeking missiles which usually miss.
First that Fulcrum, Cougar 3. Stay on him. Great shot.
But they also have their automatic cannons on flexible mounts, which is what shot me down previously. Yes, I've found one of the stupidest way to get shot down in a modern air combat sim, gunned down by a barely moving helicopter.
I've got two.
Those little devils are sneaky too. They either don't have or don't use an air-to-air radar mode, so the attack always comes out of nowhere. It's especially amusing if you don't know they're here and fly an A-10, and suddenly a missile appears right behind you and you have 3 seconds to evade. Revenge.
Automatic kill.
Yes, that was nice, and very satisfying. But there is no way I'll be able to find the last one to get a gun kill, so let's leave it to Gargoyle 2. Perhaps I'll be able to locate some radar to harm it. The Unicorn flight was involved in some action to the north, weren't they? I think it was that way. Yes, they're still flying over that SAM site.
I've got two.
And I'm not getting anything.
Gargoyle 2, Fox 2. Come on, come on, come on!
Oh, shut up, you hit it already. We've licked this site clean. Maybe we should lend a hand to Unicorn.
Lock.
You know what? It's going to take ages to get there, and our mission ends in less than a minute.
Gargoyle 1, I'm too far from you. Hit him there now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you to do. Alright, let's get ready to leave.